Video. Alright, so don't know what really to talk about tonight. I've been sitting here prepping the tires and kind of figured it's probably kind of boring. I haven't been talking while I'm doing it. It's still cold. But we're headed out to race tomorrow at Valdosta. I need to stop doing that. The track's not called Valdosta. The track's on the other side of Valdosta, or this side of Valdosta. I don't know what side of Valdosta you call it, but I think it's actually addressed in Hayhire. I'm not sure. But, yeah, the track, South Georgia Cartway, and it's in Valdosta too. I mean, we all say that. Like, let's say we'll go to Nashville, and it's not even Nashville. It's Deep South Speedway, which is in Nashville. And then a lot of people say Jasper when it's actually Crossroads Motorplex. I mean, it's cool to say Jasper and Nashville and Valdosta, but I don't know if that's the old names of those two tracks, Valdosta and Nashville. I know they've been around a while from what I hear, but I don't know all the history of them. I mean, Jasper's and Crossroads is being told it's been there for 30 years, 30 plus years. But it's crazy because we get into, you know, I don't know if I'm just the one that does it, or I mean, I know a lot of people that do it, but I don't know how spread out it is. But I guess as long as you know what they're talking about and where you're going to be going and all that, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. But when people say, hey, where are you going, Valdosta? Is that a new track? No, it's South Georgia Cartway, SGK. You know, it's, you know, people say it a couple different ways. Oh, that's a dry sponge. And that's a thirsty tire. Did I talk about how it soaks it up before you can get all the way around? That's why you pick a spot on the tire to know when you get back there you've already been there. And if it gets that, you know. I used to go back right around and do that, but I think that might have been where I was messing up, is that I would get it hot, it would suck it all in at once, then I'd try to do it again and it wouldn't get all of that in and it would just sit there and get greasy. So instead of trying to do it again, why you think it's hot enough, I just set it off and go back around and come back to it, because I don't want to get it greasy. I mean, when I first started racing, I was like, oh, look at that, they're greasy, they're sticky, you know, they're going to work good on the track. Well, once that's gone, it's gone because there's no prep in the tire. It didn't get in the tire, it just sat on top and got all greasy. What's going to be cool about these tires tomorrow, after they get scuffed, they're going to take prep a lot better than they are just being sanded. See, look at that. I hope you can see that. Already gone. Sucked right in that tire. So, in this video, I'd also like to thank a couple people that's helped me out. You know, little history is that I grew up in Kentucky, and there's a track up there. It's called Clay City Kartway, and you'll see me posted in the group all the time, even though it's way up north. But it's my hometown and my hometown track, and I'll always post as much information as I can about it. And my younger brother started working there right after they built the track, and worked there many years, and as long as he could. He loved go-kart racing. He loved anything racing, actually. He raced RC cars too, and he never raced. Somebody might have let him race a kart, but he never owned one that I know of. And but I was in the military and I left in '96, and when I was coming back to here, I was like, all right, let me see if I can find some go-kart tracks. And the only one I could find in this area was Crossroads down in Jasper. And I was like, and I'll just, we never thought about getting into it with my kids. And then, so we finally got into it, and I started looking around, and I was like, what is clone? What is clone? This doesn't make any sense. The clones of, you know, a copy of the Honda, they're coming out of China as a copy and all this, and you got Briggs and Stratton Animal and all this, and I'm like trying to figure out what all this crap was. And then I met Chad, and he told me and showed me, and you know, like, this is what this is. You know, they're flatheads, and they race flatheads every now and then, and got me into it and helped me out a lot in the beginning, scaling out go-karts and teaching me all the how things have went from '96 to now was just crazy. The go-karts and how you can adjust them, you know, worrying about tires and all that. And then through him, I met Daniel, and we started racing, you know, hanging out and helping each other. And you know, I've helped him race, he's helped me race. He's probably helped me more than I've helped him. And you know, he's my go-to guy to put in the seat when Luke ain't around. You know, kind of a payback for all the help that he's done. And then I ended up buying a Tim Harold motor from him, which how I got in with Tim. And Tim's took me and Daniel kind of to the next level. You know, concentrate on your tires. As long as you got a good motor, you need to have your tires right. Go-kart set up, and pushes is to kind of be perfectionists on the things we do. Like, so, you know, what I'm doing with these tires is prepping them as maxes is what Tim has taught me and taught Daniel, and Daniel's taught me. You know, those two have taught me more about tires than what I like to remember, because this stuff is crazy. And Daniel decided to get out and want to hang out with his family, so, you know, threw all the tires back at me, which, you know, so we, that's kind of how I got to where I'm at now with what I'm doing. How I even can figure out even halfway of what I'm doing is between those three, and help me and Luke out a lot. I mean, and I know there's a lot more people out there. I mean, Joey helps us out when he's at the track. Let's see, who else has helped us out a lot? Trent and all them. You know, it's crazy on how much help you can get if you just go ask it, or when people come around. You know, I kind of like the community. It's pretty good. You know, Luca moves out and goes on to college. I don't know who's gonna race. If I'm gonna put my fat butt in the seat and try to race, or what. But right now I'm working tires to go race tomorrow. I know for sure for that. But it's kind of why I won't tell the secrets of this one. Treating them like maxes, because Tim asked me not to tell, you know, don't give away his secrets, you know, so I'm going to respect his request on that. Like I said, if these Cobras turn out, since I'm doing this experiment on these two myself, I don't care to tell you. But I want some good results to tell you. I don't want to tell you, yeah, take this prep, do this, and then burn it all in your tires, and then, you know, you waste a set of tires, or you suck, and you know, and you're mad at me. I don't want anybody mad at me. But if it turns out, why not? Go on. Well, this sponge, or this pad, I'm going to throw it away because it's rolling up under my fingers, and it's really not putting prep on the tires. So this one's going in the trash. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, like I said, kind of a rambling night. I got off work. I normally don't get off work until 2, so I'm kind of like, ooh, let's go work out here because I'm still awake. But you know, we started off on a 97 Banshee. We still have it in the garage. And me and Luca want to put it so much together and try to race it. Yeah, I mean, well, it is together. I mean, we've took a couple pieces here and there off of it, but it really, nothing on it fits anything else, so they're like hubs and stuff. But we want to put it together and race it. And I was told it'd be a good for like run what you brung. So you kind of forced the go-kart to work. And I don't know. We'll try it. And then we end up getting a 2012 Triton from Randy. And dude, we won more on that go-kart than any go-kart we had or have right now. So, matter of fact, we still have the Triton. We went from a Triton to the Recon, and you know, if we didn't have our tires right or even close, we just sucked so bad on the Recon. And to me, the Triton, when we were trying to learn to do our own stuff, the Triton was fast. So to me, it was a little bit friendlier on tires. And then we went from the Recon to what we got now is the Kinetic. And the Kinetic reacts, Lucas says, and drives more like a Triton. So if you guys out there like the Triton, get a Kinetic, because it's what Luca, you know, he compares it to that kart. But a good stories about the Triton is that it's bent. With my fat butt on it, and Daniel's butt on it, or anybody's butt on it that will try to weigh 375 or more, we can only get 63 cross in it. That's with washers all the way up and washers all the way down. And the kart's still fast. The first weekend that we rebuilt it, Daniel went down to Valdosta with stock appearing, and he didn't win, but he was the fastest. He set the fastest lap times with it, showing that bent go-kart still works. And then the next time he ran it, we went to Valdosta, and he had a stock motor on it. We ran stock heavy, I think it was in heavy, and he goes from like 10th to 2nd, and if it'd been one more lap, he probably would have won. Like he was so far up Ricky Hill's butt that it was a good race around that last lap. And we went back to Jasper with it. He set fastest lap times again, and even set faster lap times than Run What You Brung. And a lot of people argue that and didn't like it, but that's, you know, you can go pull up Race Monitor and see it. That old Triton's fast. I mean, it's 63 crosses, all you can get in it. You know, the way we set go-karts up, that's all you can get in it. Washers all the way up, washers all the way down, 63. You know, we changed the spindles on it, still 63. So the chassis itself is bent somewhere. Still got it. Shoot, I just went up to Rebel Speedway. That's the one I was running on Rebel Speedway. And where else do we've done something else with that kart. Maybe that's the only real challenges we had on it. It was fast. So I'm gonna stop this video. It's already at 19 minutes. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't want to watch my videos anyway. I'm gonna post them anyway, but this one's at 19 minutes. So like, share, and subscribe. And probably gonna be one right after. It ain't so long.